So yesterday, Conor McGregor tweeted that despite not wanting to fight without fans, he'd take on Justin Gaethje in the octagon. Conor unloaded on Gaethje for Gaethje's September comments when he called Conor a bad human, father, and husband. In one of McGregor's tweets, he said to Gaethje, "I'm going to bleeping butcher you." Yikes, that is one way to put it. Shannon, who wins this fight? Whew.
Well, the thing that we love so much about the UFC, Skip, it's unlike any other sport because when they say anything can happen, anything literally can happen. I mean, we've seen huge upsets in this, and it doesn't take long. It's not like we got to see this thing play out. One clip and it's over. Skip, look, I love Conor McGregor, and the thing is that Gaethje was an All-American wrestler in college. So the question is he going to try to use what he can, one of his strong suits, which is take Conor to the mat, tire him out, or he's going to try to convince the world I'm just as tough as Conor and try to beat him at his own game, which is standing. You see what Khabib did, Skip, Khabib. He could take Conor down, tire him out, drug him out to the deep, and he drowned him. Is what we've seen with Conor. He starts really, really fast. And then as the rounds wane, he loses some of that steam. So if Gaethje's going to tire him down, going to wrestling him, tire him down, okay, I'm going to take Gaethje. But if he thinks he can just stand, it's like, okay, I'm going to beat Conor at what Conor does well, which is boxing and striking. I don't believe he can, Skip. Now, Gaethje and Khabib have the same manager, Skip. The manager said that you had an opportunity to fight Gaethje in January. You chose to fight Cowboy Cerrone. Now, the issue is, Skip, I didn't see Conor in the octagon long enough to really gauge whether he can fight, say 3 rounds, 4 rounds, 5 rounds for a championship, because it ended so quick with Cowboy. So I really don't know, and he took such a long time off from when he fought Khabib to when he fought Cowboy. So, Skip, we're talking about one fight, what, 2 years, 2.5 years? So we don't know. Gaethje's been active. I think Conor would probably be the favorite, Skip. I really do. But I don't think it's fair for him to jump right back into the front of the line. But Dana has done this for Conor. Conor take time off, misbehave, and he moves right to the front of the table. So he automatically assumes, Skip, he should continue to move to the front of the table. But I think since the manager that he handles both Khabib and Gaethje, I don't think Conor's going to be able to jump in and get a match before those two guys hook up.
Okay, so let me start by re-emphasizing your point. The man who represents both Gaethje and Khabib says, no way, Jose. These two are going to fight next. And he well could be right. But he doesn't run this organization. Dana White does. And Dana White knows that Conor McGregor is still the biggest draw in UFC. He's the biggest draw in anywhere, in any sport, in any pugilistic or sort of contact sport.
He the bell cow.
So, to me, yeah, he is. And I told you yesterday, this is just me. The fight I want to see in July is Conor versus Gaethje. And I'm with you. Conor had a chance. He had a choice. And he chose Cowboy because he thought Cowboy, to me, was the easier opponent. He thought he could beat Cowboy. He wasn't sure he could beat Gaethje in his comeback bout. So he said, okay, let me take a little easier path here to get reestablished, to get back on the UFC map post-Mayweather fight. So, look, the reason I love this even more is now we've got this juicy bad blood backstory that started back in September of 2019 when, as Jenny read, Gaethje tweeted, that Conor is a SH you-know-what, husband and father and human. And Conor responded yesterday, you speak on my skills as a father? You are effing dead. Well, good. Let's see it. Let's see them go at it. And Shannon, to your point about Gaethje, the shock to me about Saturday night was he obviously gave Tony Ferguson a textbook boxing lesson. There were no takedowns in the whole fight. There was no grappling, no wrestling, nothing on the ground. Gaethje stood and he exchanged and he landed shot after shot, textbook counterpunch after counterpunch. I'm talking about fist on bone, fist on cheekbone, fist on eye socket, because he broke his orbital bone. And I was so impressed with Tony Ferguson, the great guts he showed, the pain threshold he showed to withstand so many shots and stay on his feet until the 5th round. And the fight should have been stopped, and it was stopped on time. He was done. But he stood a long time, and he took a lot of abuse, and he showed me a lot. But he was no match, just pure boxing, for Justin Gaethje. So here comes Conor, who obviously prides himself on his pugilistic prowess. He went 10 rounds with Floyd Mayweather Jr., the greatest defensive fighter we've ever seen in any weight class. And he hung in with him, and he did okay, and he was credible. So now he would say, oh, you want to box? I'll box with you. Okay, so who would I favor here? I do believe Conor has a little more knockout power than Justin does. Just a little bit more.
Right.
Is he a more skilled pugilist than Gaethje? No. You've got enough it factor to land one big shot and put him down. So I would slightly favor Conor, and I would hugely favor these two fighting before Gaethje and Khabib fight.
Skip, I find it so ironic that Conor got so upset that this man called him out as a father and a husband when he said the exact same thing about Khabib. And Khabib almost killed him. I mean, he said the exact same thing. He talked about the man's faith, his father, his wife, I mean, all that.
He did.
And he just went livid about when Gaethje said the exact same thing about him, Skip. The problem, if you look at it, Skip, and Cowboy Cerrone, he made the problem, his fault is that, oh, I'm going to stand and fight. I'm going to show him how tough I am. Well, Skip, if you know this is a guy's strong suit and this is his weakness, why am I going to try to play, in his wheelhouse? Skip, I got the #1 rushing offense. They got 32 in pass defense. But I'm going to, you try to play to their strength. I'm playing to my strength, not your strength. So take him down, tire him out, because if you see Skip, that's when he starts to wane. That's what happened against Floyd.
I would agree.
He started out great. The first 6 rounds, Skip, he was lively. But as it went further, it went 7, it went 8, it went 9, and it got to 10, he was out of gas. He couldn't even throw it. He's like, well, you should have just let me go. You couldn't even pick your arms up to throw a punch. You were done. And the thing is about that, Skip, in boxing, you can take a break. They keep that pressure on you. Once they find that you're starting to wind down in the octagon, man, they keep that pressure on you. Man, they hem you up, they get you in the corner, and then boom. And that's going to be the thing. Is Gaethje going to wrestle him, tire him out, and then take him out later? Or is he going to try to prove how tough he is, get all into it, okay, Conor, I'm going to show you, I'm going to beat you at your own game. Nah, Skip, I ain't trying to beat nobody at their own game. I'm trying to win a fight.
And Shannon, remember how Conor lost the first Nate Diaz fight? Nate was, I think he outweighed him 25 pounds maybe, and Nate got him on the ground and wore him out because he was just too big and too long and too strong for Conor. So I agree with you, and yet in the end, I'm still unsure what Conor's got left because, as you point out against Cowboy, he caught him with sort of an out of nowhere knee to the jaw, remember, to the face. Right. And that fight lasted 40 seconds because of that knee to the face. So I still believe in Conor, but I'll be the first to admit I love to watch him, so I'll be rooting for him. Maybe I'm talking heart over head here.
Oh, all right. Let's move on for now, guys. Is Tom Brady in perfect position to win his 4th MVP? I want to hear what both of you have to say about this guy.